Hey guys, welcome to Breaking the System. This is Andrew Riley. We will be getting right into today's video. Hey guys, if you like the content, make sure you subscribe below, and at the end of this video I'll give you another chance to subscribe. I'm gonna keep reading, and you're gonna see here what they were dealing with from Britain. So we're gonna start back up now. Such has been the patient sufferances of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. Now what they're saying is, we are being put under great sufferance, and here are the causes of these sufferances. Here are the facts. He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. It's supposed to be for the public good, but he wants it for himself. It's always about the government and what they can do. Look at 90% of the representatives and the people that are in offices today, the congressmen and everything else. Well, there might not be quite 90% of them anymore, but there's still a great deal of them that it's all about what they can make. You know, some of these people, they're making $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 a year, and it's all of our hard work cash, all of our hard work money, but yet they can set these standards for them where they're getting paid all this money, and all they do is put more laws and pour more crap out there for themselves. You know, I can't think of his name right now, but there's a man and there's a woman on the Democratic side. That's all it is. Trump is going after them because of their bull crap. It's all about themselves. Trump is trying to get them out of office, trying to get that kind of crap out of the system so that the money can come back to the people the way it's supposed to. Anyway, he has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained. And when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend them. He has refused to pass other laws of the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish the right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them, and formidable to tyrants only. So it's all about the evil people. That's kind of what tyrants mean. The people that are against the rest of the people. You know, the people that want to be gods, if you will, above everybody else. Lower G, God. Anyway, getting back into this. He has called together legislative bodies at places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He's pretty much forcing them to do what he wants. Or he did back then. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with manly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people. So he's literally taking people's rights away. It sounds kind of familiar in today's culture, or in today's system, if you will. Our government today. 90% of them is just about taking our rights away to give to them. He has refused for a long time after such dissolution to cause those to be elected whereby the legislative powers, incapable of annihilation, have returned to the people at large for their exercise, the state remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and collusion within. There's great collusion going on in the government right now and within the states, representatives and all of that. It's all about trying to take out the people that, example, Trump. He is trying to do everything he can for the people, but the Democrats are doing everything they can for themselves. I'm getting freaking tired of it. The liberals. You know, I can't see my kids on a regular basis because of the liberal agenda. It's all about the mothers. The mothers deserve everything. And don't get me wrong, the mothers deserve equal rights. But I don't think that their mother deserves more rights than me just because she gave birth to them. I'm their father. I love my children. And it is wrong that I can't see my children and spend time with my children. Back into this. He has endeavored to prevent the population from these states for the purpose of obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migration hither, and raising the condition of new appropriations of land. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their offices and the amount and payment of their salaries. So pretty much he was telling the judges of that time, look, if you don't do what I want, you lose your job, you don't get paid, and this is how much you know what I'm saying? He was taking all of their rights away unless they were doing what he wanted. There was no sort of structure besides his structure. It was all about him. It wasn't destined by the people the way it should be. You know, the government should be set up, and we'll get into this farther where the Constitution had it set up, where the people got to choose what the judges and the legislatures and the representatives and and all of them in office positions actually got paid for what they did. If they were a judge, why should they get $150,000 a year just because they're sucking up to the government, but yet the other judge that's not sucking up to the government only gets $30,000 a year? I think that's total BS. It's wrong. It's messed up. And you see it all over the country today. And then, like I said, these legislatures and these stupid people, the liberals, and these two House speakers for the Democratic Party, Pelosi and then that other stupid idiot. You know, why do they get to have all the money that they get to, $600,000 a year? Come on. All they're freaking doing is lying to the government. Anyway, getting back into this. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of offices to harass our people and eat out their substance. So taking away our stuff for them, which is exactly what's going on today. He has kept among us in times of peace, standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. He has affected to render the military independent of and superior to the civil power. He has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unknowledged by our laws, giving his assent to their acts of pretended legislation. For quartering large bodies of armed troops among us. Quartering, you know what that means? They took, and the large bodies of armed troops back then that the 13 colonies had, or the 13 states, he took and he would split them up, and he would say, you know what? You no longer have the power you have. That's what this is all about. He took away all of their defense system, and he did what he wanted to do with it. Instead of what the people needed, it was totally whatever he wanted, which is what we see today. For protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitant of these states. So people were just running rampant through the states, hit the king's military back then, and today it's happening again. The CIA, the FBI, the NSA, they're all doing this stuff. Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton. You know, we see it, we know it's happening, but they're protected. For some stupid reason, they're protected. Why? For cutting off our trade with other parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent. Taxes. Come on, people. How much do you pay in taxes? I pay dang near 30% in taxes. That's a lot of freaking money for a single male. That's a lot of freaking money. And guess who it's all going to? Well, 75% of it's going to the stupid people in office, representatives, legislatures, and all of them that don't really care about me, that don't really have any concern of what I need in my life. And then the other portion is going to the people that don't want to work. They're making this into turning this country into a socialist country, a country of socialism, which is ridiculous. So it's a few work that take care of the rest of the country, that everybody has to work, okay? Everybody. I don't mind helping people that actually go out there and freaking work. If they don't make ends meet after they work 45, 50 hours a week, that's one thing. But for all these people that are sitting on their bums not doing anything when they can get up and go to work and getting free health care and free this and free that and free, that's messed up. For depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury, that's something else. You know, against my ex, and in so many freaking situations, they're taking away our rights to have a jury there to say, hey, you know, I agree with him or I don't agree with him. I agree with her, I don't agree with her. No, it's all about the one individual in that office nowadays. See, before, me and my ex-wife should have been before a jury and said, hey, you know, there should be more than just one person saying, hey, this is right or this is wrong or whatever. It's not right that it's dependent on only one person nowadays, especially because that one person can be so easily moved one direction or the other. And then most of the time, those people that are put in that power are women. So guess what? The women are going to feel for the woman or the mother. But this is about everything. I'm using examples in my life just so you know. I'm talking about everything. If you were accused of a murder, if you were accused of rape, you should have your time before a jury. Everything should be there before a jury. So that there's more opinions than just one person's. Because one person can hate you just because they hate you and convict you just because they can want to convict you. And there's too many millions of people in this country that are getting wrongfully convicted because of crap like that. For transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses. So that's something else that's going on right now in today's system. The people are getting pushed all over the place just because the government needs somebody to accuse. Look, there was this lady, and I'm not going to try to find it for y'all, but there was this lady that was fired in Texas, and she was going to be criminally punished because she was sticking up for Trump and what he believed in, and and that's not what we're supposed to be doing in the system. But yet they can teach Muslim bullcrap in the school. Supposedly we can't teach about the true or God and the Christian belief system, but yet we can the Jesus belief system, but yet we can teach Muslims about Muslim stuff in the school system, and it's okay, and gays and homosexuality is okay, transsexualism is okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. If you can't teach about Christianity, you can't teach about any of that other stuff. If you can't teach about that other stuff, okay, don't. I believe that the Bible should be in the church. Or in the school, I apologize. Well, it needs to be in a lot of churches too, but it needs to be in the school also. Greatly. But if I am a firm believer in equality. So if you're not going to teach the Bible in school, then don't teach that. If you're not going to teach that, don't teach the Bible. Equality. Make it equal for everyone. You should not be able to push your beliefs on me just like I can't push my beliefs on you. Now, mind you, this is my YouTube channel. If you don't want to watch, that's your choice. Get lost. I don't care. For abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies. So all this is saying is taking his government and putting it into the 13 colonies, and was trying to destroy their colonies from within inside. For taking away our charters, establishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our governments. For suspending our own legislatures and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. How can we submit ourselves as a people to a government that is willing to kill you for whatever reason they come up for? Okay, now I am a firm believer in protecting the people. We need security. We need police on the street. We need a form of military. We need these things. But there are way too many killings or shootings and stuff like that from those types of figures that are killing innocent people just because of lack of training, lack of proper training, or lack of finding righteous people to be in those types of positions. See, that's the problem. That's one huge reason this country is falling so rapidly, is because too many people are rising into positions of power that have absolute no morals anymore. It's all about themselves. It's not about the people. It's about themselves. Anyway, we'll get off that. Hey guys, I really hope you're enjoying the episodes. We're going to end this one for today, just plain and simply because I got so much more to talk about, and I really don't want to bombard you all at once. But we have a lot more to come, and we will be seeing you on the next one. And don't forget, please subscribe to the channel. And leave some comments in the comment section so I know what y'all think about the video so far. And then one last thing. I'll also have the links at the end of this video to my previous part. So be looking out for that.
Of all the words written here about freedom, there's a line that's at the heart of all the others. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and provide new guards for their future security. People don't talk that way anymore. It means if there's something wrong, those who have the ability to take action have the responsibility to take action.